Yay Networks.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Spill the Beans podcast.
And welcome to our last podcast ever. We're done. We're retiring. And this is it. The last episode.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed these 4 years. And yeah, I mean, babe, tell them why this is our last podcast.
Because we just could never get into the studio, guys. And we promised it and we couldn't. So we just decided to, you know what? Throw it in the trash.
We're failures.
Just kidding, guys. Honestly, I'm just going on maternity leave for a week or so, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically today we are recording this. It is Monday and I am 39 weeks today, which means baby girl can be here at any time, hopefully sooner than later because I am so tired. And I am going to take about a week or two off. But I mean, if you guys want a solo episode with Jonathan, he is down.
Yeah,
he's
guys.
super down, or he can bring like someone on. Yeah. Jimena.
Whoever you guys want, comment down below who you want me to have on the podcast.
Who you want to replace me.
Yeah, I could have one of my friends. I could have a random person that I used to work with. I could have
interview Franco.
Different influencers. You never know. But yeah, guys, we met. This is our last podcast for a little bit. Just because you never know. This podcast is going up on March 1st, babe. Is that why you wore green for St. Patty's Day?
Yeah, and because I haven't worn this outfit on the podcast. Yeah, I've worn it so much, but not on the podcast. I was like, it has to make a debut before it doesn't fit me anymore.
Why wouldn't it fit you?
Because it's a large and it falls right now. So when I get skinny again, it's not going to fit me.
Okay. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for all the beautiful messages you sent last week when we posted on our story that we weren't uploading because it was stressful and baby girl could get here at any time. So thank you for all the messages. You guys really wished Blanca a fast and speedy delivery.
That's the same exact thing, honey bunch.
Well, that's what they said, babe. I did not say
fast and smooth.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, guys, we had a little labor scare. We've had a couple labor scares, and it's kind of crazy because it never happened with our first pregnancy, obviously. It was literally like I woke up the day after my due date, and I was like, oh, damn, babe, like we're going to do all of this today. And by the time we were done doing our like little labor prep routine, I got contractions. But now I've been getting pains. I've been going in and out of like little labor scares. So we're a little bit on edge every single day.
Yeah, guys, and we had a bunch of things to do. We had a bunch of things with Blanca's lawyers and immigration. We had a bunch of other stuff regarding tax seasons here, vibing, clothing, designs, and all of this. We're just praying that every day we take it a day at a time. We're like, please don't come today. But now that we're done with all of major appointments, we're like, you can get here at any time.
Guys, last week was one of the craziest, busiest, and like bittersweet weeks because if you guys follow us on our other channels, you would have seen that we transformed Franco's nursery into a big boy room. Like it's actually the cutest room I've ever seen in my life. So last week we had like 3 major appointments that we could not miss or reschedule. And then on top of that, it was the week that we transitioned Franco into his room. Like on Monday, we said, okay, like this is it today. He starts napping in there and sleeping in there with Jonathan. So we had so many like life-changing things happen last week that we were just praying like, baby girl, please stay in there for a couple more days. And then on top of that, I go to order my stroller a week and a half ago, and it says it won't get here till March 1st. And with all the labor scares, I was like, dude, how are we going to bring her home? There's no way we're going to bring her home. And thankfully today we got a notification that it's out for delivery. So if she wants to come today, we're literally ready. That's the last thing we need, right? The stroller.
Yeah, and obviously, guys, Blanca's well into 37 weeks now, plus the labor scares. That's honestly, you guys, I mean, but there's always going to be people that talk shit, but I can already see them. That's also the reason why we didn't go to Pero Anoche's baby shower. Yeah. It looked beautiful. It looked super fun. All our friends were there that we hadn't seen in a while. So we did have a little bit of FOMO, but obviously we just couldn't travel anymore. Doctor's orders. So, because imagine she's born in LA. Heck no.
That would be a very expensive doctor's bill in LA. It would make for a really cool story though. But yeah, we would have wished we were there. We wish them all the love, all the happiness, and good luck on this new journey. But it was nice to see it. We got to see everyone's POV, which was fun. But yeah, I mean, I could give birth tonight. Last night I was having contractions and I was like, come on, like just make them frequent enough so I could go to the hospital or at least drink my tea. But it just, like, she's just playing with me at this point. Like, she's like, oh, just kidding, but you better keep an eye out for me.
Yeah, she's going to be a crazy little girl, guys. And honestly, in regards to the name, I think we have our name, but I think we don't. It's still a very matter of, like, this baby, we're going to wait till we see her, right?
Yeah, I think with Franco, it was never he came out and we're like, oh, doesn't fit. Like, he was just Franco, you know, like it was just what he was the minute that we found out it was a boy. And with this girl, oh my God, I'm like, I just need to see her face. I need to see her face because I have this name in my head and I'm like, it's beautiful. I love it. And I see myself calling her that. But then I'm like, what if she comes out and I'm like, no, like she actually feels more like this name, you know?
I don't know what that means. I don't think my opinion would change based on a face. I'm just hoping Blanca's opinion changes because spilling the tea, guys, spilling the beans. I do love the name. I very do much love it.
Much.
There's other names that
you love more. That
I like more, but since I chose Franco, she gets to choose baby girl's name. And I would obviously I love the name, so it's a win-win situation for me. But personally, I would love if Blanca looks at her and was like, damn, you know what, you're right, you know, she looks more like this.
I know, and I don't think it's gonna happen, honey. Honestly, I feel like
it's okay, babe, I don't mind.
As a recovering people pleaser, I feel like with this name, it has truly been like life-changing for me because it's just like I really sit and think about it. I'm like, no, if I don't name her this because some person said, oh no, it's because it gives me this vibe, then I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. And I'm not going to see this person for the rest of my life, you know? So I ended up just deciding that if she comes out, I see her and it feels truly right, I'm going to name her that. And it's not, no one's opinion is going to be, or it's not going to be based on anybody's opinion. But it's a really cute name anyways.
Yeah, it's very cute. It's very unique. Again, super short and super simple, yet I don't know anyone named this.
And no one has even suggested it.
Nope.
We have had literally thousands of comments with name suggestions and not one of them has been the same.
And it's so funny because the same thing with Franco. I wasn't lying to you guys. I wasn't playing with you guys when we said it's a Mexican name. It's super short. It's strong. And no, it's none of this new Wisin Yandel Jason type of name. It's like kind of older. Same thing with this name. Would you say it's older?
I feel like it's traditional, older. No? Like
traditional, older, short.
Mexican.
You
can pronounce it more in like Spanish than in English, I think. And I've never met anybody named that.
That's why Blanca wants it, because it's like you've never met anyone.
Yeah, like no one can say.
Because I truly look. I'm gonna spill the beans on some like names that I truly would have wanted that we're not gonna name her, but it's because they're so used. I feel like Mateo for boys was like overused. I love Mateo. Andrew,
Maximiliano,
Jonathan for a point. My mom, when she named me Jonathan, there was a lot of Jonathans that year too. So I feel like this year and the past few years, this name made a comeback, and it's now used super often. It's Sophia. And I love Sophia, guys. I love that name. It's just like elegant but strong, you know. Especially since I would have put it with an F. So it would have been like Sofia Flores, you know.
Oh, that sounds really nice, actually.
Yeah, but anyways, guys, I know she's just, you know, playing with me. But that name would have been beautiful. I'm going to say another one, which I don't think you would, you know. I really loved Antonella. I really like names that are like old money, if that makes sense. Like classy, like Great Gatsby times. I don't know why it reminds me of that. And just like sophisticated names, Elena, stuff like that, guys. So yeah, those will not be used. So now I narrowed down your options a little bit more, but yeah, it's like super like.
It's simple. It's a very simple name. Yeah. But it's cute and I love it. And it's been to the point, like I'm compromising with Jonathan at this point because I was about to order her little name sign. And he's like, no, but babe, you said you'd wait till you see her face. I'm like, okay, I'll wait.
I just want to wait, guys. And speaking of waiting, we were also, because as many of you guys know, we weren't going to find the gender of this baby until he or she was born. But then, you know, with the help of you guys and Blanca convincing me, you guys convinced me to like, let's just know the gender, have a gender reveal, because in the case that she is a girl and she is our last baby, we wouldn't want to like not have a girl baby shower, you know?
Yeah, we wanted to cherish it.
So now with that, the other day Blanca got a little bit mad at me because I was like, babe, I don't want to have a 3D ultrasound. I want to like, at least I want to wait to the first time I see her is like when she comes out of you, you know, like that's the first time I want to see her. But then now that she's a girl and like, you know, I was like,
then I told CEO changing his mind.
Then I told her, I was like, babe, let's just go to the 3D ultrasound. Like, how are we not gonna have little pictures of her like that on the fridge, just like we did Franco, just like Isaac has in his room? And yeah, we can do all this waiting and surprise stuff for our third one because we haven't even had our second one, and I think there might not be any vasectomies, guys.
Oh, damn, babe, you good? You haven't told me this.
We talked about this.
Oh, I said maybe.
We said that 3 doesn't scare us anymore as much.
I don't know.
Well, we'll talk about it after we go through our second.
Yeah, let's go through our newborn phase, because I remember, I think it was probably like the second podcast that we were talking about after we gave birth to Franco. And we were like, literally like this conversation's engraved in my head where I'm like, we just looked at each other and we're like, what the hell did we get ourselves into? And right now I do not even remember the newborn phase. Like, I don't remember the sleepless nights. I don't remember anything like that. Like, I remember the cute like snuggles and like cuddling. And so I'm like, after this newborn phase, we will revisit it, but then we can actually revisit it in like 6 months or so, because I think that's when you start getting like the
I think it just gets easier. Like when we had Franco, we were like only child, never having kids again.
Literally.
Blah 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 blah. And then now she's not even born yet, and we're already like, I think it's because we know, you know, it's such a beautiful thing. It's super hard, but now we know what to do so it doesn't affect our marriage as much. We know what to do if we need help, you know, stuff like that. So now we even see like 3 is like, but we need a third one in case, because I was telling this the other day, guys, I was like, let's just call her baby girl, because I do not want to spill any names or by accident. Let's just say, I was like, babe, what if like Franco for Christmas, there's like more opportunity to be left alone. I was like, let's say Christmas rolls around. Franco goes that way with his girlfriend or wife, and then baby girl goes that way with her husband and her family or whatever. And then it's like, it's just you and me. I was like, if we have a third one, like maybe he or she would want to stick around, or
one
like,
of them is bound to come over and hang out.
But we also don't want to do I think we can both agree that if we have a third, it would be relatively close in age. Like, we definitely don't want to do what our parents did, because both Blanca and I are older than our younger siblings by 6 and then 12 years old. Yeah. So we definitely don't want that, because I don't know, you lose that bond. My brothers see me more as like a father, uncle, you know, not father, my dad's a great father, but you know what I mean, just an older figure. And it's not really like, I see them joke around as brothers and they hit each other and they fight, but they don't like, they respect me too much for that. And same thing with your sisters, like they gossip and they don't really include Blanca anymore because she's more like your mom.
A mom figure. Yeah, like, so we don't have, like, I think me and my older little sister are barely starting to become friends, but it's hard. And you see them too, and they're like, oh, you know, like, or I see just like the tea in between them, and I'm like, I can't even ask them what it is, because then they're like, no, it's because you're gonna tell mom, or you're gonna tell me and yell at me, whatever. So I would just really want the age gap to not be that far apart. And guys, honestly, it all has to do with the content you consume, because I consume content from moms that are like one and done, and then I consume content from moms that have like 4 kids and they're like, I want more, like, this is amazing, I want my Thanksgiving table filled with all of my kids and my grandchildren. And literally, like, there's people that make having more than one kid a living hell, and there's people that make it so beautiful, you know? So it just depends on what content you consume and just how you feel, really. I think that it's very self-aware of us to want to wait to see, and like to not say right away how many kids we want. But I feel like you just have them and you're like, why would I not want another one? This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Guys, I realized in order for me to be happy, I work by having a schedule. And in that schedule, I have to do something that makes time for myself so I can get my endorphins running.
And what is that, honey?
Going to the gym.
Nice. Therapy can help you find what matters to you so that you can do more of it.
I love therapy because speaking to someone else really puts things into a different perspective.
And I love therapy because it just feels like I have an unbiased best friend. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule.
Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge.
Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp.
Visit betterhelp.com/spillthebeans today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/spillthebeans. They're so amazing.
And we're also not like super prone to like, oh, we need another one. Because I told her, I was like, oh, if Franco goes that way, baby girl goes that way, and then, you know, we're going to be alone. But then right away I was like, but then we'll be in Greece, you know, because we'll be able to travel and do a bunch of other stuff. And but yeah, it's just beautiful how like I think that came up because my mom, for many of those that are new, my mom has 5 kids. So I remember, what was it for? I think the Super Bowl, right? Or just an event recently. It was my parents' anniversary. So then but they didn't really make plans this year for like themselves. They kind of like were okay to spending it with everyone. But since it was a Super Bowl, I went, obviously I had a Super Bowl party here, a little get together. And then I took all my brothers because I invited them. And then my sister went with her boyfriend. So then they were left alone. And I was like, damn, even with 5, you can be left alone. So now imagine just 2.
Yeah,
The
it's
odds
easier.
go up way more. I was like, I don't know. Hopefully we're the cool parents, but el amor es el amor, you know, no matter how cool you are. Like if the wife says you want to go that way, then...
Yeah, but I mean, we're just super, super blessed that we have a boy and a girl. Because if anything, like, yeah, Franco is probably more bound to go to his suegro's house first. Like, even if he does come visit us for Christmas, he's probably going to be at his suegro's first. Or he's going to come here for an hour and then spend the rest of the day over there. So if we have a girl, we want to be those, like, healthy, fun, loving parents enough where she might choose to go to her husband's house for an hour and then spend the rest of the day with us, you know? So we have kind of like 50% chance of having at least one of our kids here. And I think that that's beautiful. But if this was a boy, then we for sure would have added a third one. Like there would have been no question.
You think?
Yeah.
2 boys? You wouldn't be okay with that?
I would be so okay with it, but I feel like nos daría la tentación de tener una niña, ¿no? Like, what if we get pregnant and it's a girl and we're gonna wait till it's born?
Yeah, 3 boys we would have for sure been done.
3 boys for sure. Se cierra la fábrica.
I don't know what I would do with
imagine.
4 boys.
I cannot imagine 2 boys.
That would be fun.
It would be fun, but crackhead vibes. But
so
we
yeah,
love
guys,
that anyways.
vasectomy for now, spilling the tea, has been postponed. With that being said, I'm gonna do more research. Maybe it's not postponed yet because we're for sure thinking of a 3-year gap, right? At least.
Yeah, 3.
So between her and the next one, 3 year, or would you say less?
I think we'll see.
I think 3 is
I'll
fine.
see how it is with Franco, and then.
Because then with Franco, it's just 5 years difference, right?
That's a long time.
No, that'd be more.
Because what if it's a
8.
boy and then they can't be like well, I guess even then.
Yeah, but I don't know. Science is progressing more and more because I know even today me salen más TikToks where it's like I had a vasectomy and I couldn't have kids anymore, and that would really suck just because we took a decision so young and stuff, and a decision I wouldn't like. It wouldn't be the end of the world, you know. But we're also in talks of like we've thought about adopting. You never know. I was like baby girl, Franco, and then adopting the 3rd one. But Dios dirá, you know, God has a plan for us, and we'll see what that comes out to be, you know. And depending on also how much money we're making, we're those type of parents where like we're not gonna have kids out of our means, you know.
Yeah.
As long as we can afford them, afford our dogs. I think before we have the 3rd kid, we're probably gonna have a 3rd dog.
You're crazy. I would never get another dog.
I would.
I would not.
And yo mando. Y yo los cuido. Y yo los entreno.
Ay, sí, tú. No, guys, but yeah, honestly, I don't know. I think it just gets crazier and crazier. And there's something else that I wanted to say too, because I think that Jonathan and I are very, very blessed to be fertile. I think that I've never known about infertility until I started following people on YouTube with it. And just like the simple fact that we can get pregnant, I'm like, why would we just not do it.
Yeah,
You know?
we speak about this stuff so lightly because for us it's like, oh, that, yeah, you're right. Like we're so spoiled, thanks to God,
like
that our
blessed.
bodies work so well that it's like if we want a third one, lo luego. If we
Yeah.
want a fourth one, lo luego. You know, because both of our we wouldn't say our kids have been mistakes, but they've been
surprises.
slip ups of how fertile we are.
Yeah.
And because even with like the things I'm taking, guys, like the hormone thing, even the doctor was like, sorry.
Damn, you good, my boy?
Sorry,
Drink
guys.
some water.
Even with the hormone thing that I'm doing every 6 months and stuff like that, she's like, hey, if you ever want to have kids, you know, you have to get off this stuff for at least 9 months, because on this stuff, your chances of having a baby go down a lot. I've been on it, 2 kids. So either Blanca's really fertile, I'm really fertile, or we're just together super fertile. So, yeah, we don't take that stuff lightly, guys. And
we're just 2 peas in a pod.
Honestly, because I watched this guy ever since I was 13 on YouTube, and he's like super rich. He has all the money. I really look up to him business wise. He has my dream sports car, dream truck, but right now he's struggling to have kids with his fiance, and it's like, wow, I'm over here like, damn, I want everything he has, but probably the one thing he would give all his money for right now, he can't get, you know?
Yeah.
So it really puts everything into perspective, and I just enjoy my little Franco even more because he's such a great kid.
Yeah, he really is. But it's just crazy, guys. Like, I think that one thing that scares me is that because we're so fertile, that we could have a third baby even sooner, you know? So it just scares me, Jonathan saying, oh, let's not talk about vasectomy too much, because then that means that I would have to go on birth control again, because I can, again, start tracking and do family planning again, which did work. It was a slip up. Like,
It didn't work, but it's like too risky.
It's too risky right now, and also it's like a lot of pressure on me, I feel like, because I have to be on my app every single day, and then I have to be like, oh, I'm fertile,
would you
don't
rather
touch
feel
me.
pressure mentally or have birth control affect you physically?
I don't know. Well, it's still gonna affect me mentally or not, because I'm like 2 days late on my period, and it's because I'm stressed, but I think I'm pregnant, so then that would be even more stressful. So I don't know. I think we just really have to come out with the birth control for men, because this is getting out of hand.
Yeah, or we're just gonna have to start to use rubbers. Or
Every time we try, we do it for one day.
If you don't get me the sleepy ones,
the next day you're like, oh babe, come on, please.
no, shut up. Anyways, guys, yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of abstinence after this baby for a while for medical reasons.
For 6 weeks.
And then after that, we're going to see what we're going to do. We'll update you guys, though, because it's a very important decision, you know?
Yeah.
And we're not shy or like embarrassed to talk about it. It's what every marriage goes through, you know? Like, what are we going to do? Because we cannot have a third one like how we did with Franco and her, you know?
Yeah. It's way too scary, guys. I'm already scared of how it's going to be with 2 kids. I think that it's just scary, like, putting their feelings first, you know?
Yeah, not for us.
Not for us.
Like,
I mean, we could do it.
We can go through anything,
yeah,
you know?
we could do it. But
if we did 2 dogs and a lizard, oh, yeah.
And a fish and a snail.
No, but all jokes aside, guys, like, we can do it. It's just for them.
Yeah.
Like, we already feel so bad for Franco, like, and then Blanca already talks about, like, the baby girl being like, oh, I'm going to put her on bottle even quicker, or sleeping by herself even quicker. I'm like, no. You're going to give her the same attention and love it. I'm not choosing the word love because you're going to love her just as much, but the same, like, everything you did with Franco, breastfeeding for almost 2 years, you're going to do exactly with her.
Yeah, and that is my plan. It's just that I'm going to tweak some things for sure, you know?
Yeah.
But we'll just see. We'll just see because
she'll ask for permission.
There's too many. Babe, shut up.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm a simp.
But yeah, guys, we're very excited. I don't know. I think, like, when we talk about, oh, we're taking a break, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I'm going on maternity leave, and I say quotes because I'm going on maternity leave in my brand side of work. So, like, I don't want deadlines. I don't want to have to, like, worry about sponsorships or anything like that. But, oh, girl, we're going to be uploading TikToks and YouTube videos and everything. I mean, Jonathan is in his YouTube era right now. He really likes editing. He just started uploading on TikTok last night. Shout out to him. Go follow him on TikTok. So everything is not going to be paused like that, but the podcast, it might, just because it's going to be a little bit harder to make sure that they both nap at the same time, you know? So we're going to have to do a little bit more tweaks here and there. But when we come back, I think for sure that's when our studio is going to be ready, you know?
Yeah.
That's going to be our top priority, is getting that studio ready, because you guys deserve it. And also because it's just like, our studio is so cute and it's going to look so good when it's all furnished.
Guys, I dread setting up the podcast nowadays because it's just, I'm like, we have a whole ass studio we're paying rent for. I was like, we need to make that stuff look pretty now. But we just, there's no time, guys. I wish I could show you in my notes because some stuff is confidential for now. Like the list of things I have to do is like this big on the notes. God bless, right? But it's like, and studio's not even in there. So I have to get all this stuff first. Some exciting news coming soon that we'll share with, besides baby girl. And then, yeah. So we're just tackling a day at a time.
Yeah, it's so funny every time, because I haven't been posting on Instagram. Like I haven't been super active on stories because I just like, I have no energy. I don't even know what to post anymore. And every single time I don't post for like an hour or a day, they're like, oh my God, you had her, huh? Like you're in labor already. And I'm like, girl, I edited my labor and delivery vlog at the hospital. Like I promise you guys, when she's here, you're gonna be the first to know. But yeah, we're just literally on a waiting game, and I guess it's not stressful anymore because last week was our most hectic week, but it's kind of, it has us on edge, you know, like Jonathan is over here trying to get everything he can done, and you know, just making sure that when she does come, like we're ready. And especially because, if you guys know, Jonathan's been sleeping with Franco, and Jonathan's routine is very, like, it has to be a set routine, and that's what you thrive on, routine.
Yeah, I thrive on routine.
And he wakes up at the ass crack of dawn every single day and then goes to sleep like latest 10, like latest. And so my fear is just that she's gonna come at like 9 p.m. and I'm gonna have my boy over here falling asleep in the hospital, and then she's gonna be over here crying, you know. So it's like we're just trying to make everything go as smooth as possible. And there's something that's been like heavy on my mind too, because I remember just like with Franco, everything went so smooth, right? When I set up the camera, when I set up my phone, you took the picture, the like iconic picture, right, where my mom's holding my head. So I'm like, how, like, is he gonna remember to put it on my good side, or are they gonna switch sides? No, it was. But I'm like, is he gonna remember that, or are they gonna be switched this time because the room's gonna be different? You know, like there's so many things that have been like stressing me out, which are so minuscule. Honestly, we just want a healthy baby to come out, but I've just been stressing, girl, and I don't talk about it much because I don't want to stress other people out. But that's been really heavy on my mind too.
Yeah, babe, but you just got to remember, like, it's okay if you don't get the perfect angle, you know?
No, it's not, because you know how I am about pictures.
Okay, well, I'll try my best.
No, and good thing I have my TikTok tripod, because you don't even have to try or do anything. We could just set it up and let it go. And yeah, and there's so many things available now too, where with Franco it was COVID, so we couldn't have like a photographer in there. My mom couldn't even stay in the recovery room with us, but I'm like, there's like things going around now that are like the first 24-hour photos, and like they go to the hospital and take pictures. Like it's so cute.
That's
so
crazy. That's
what we're gonna do. Like I'm gonna take our lens, the one that we film on, and take cute pictures of her at the hospital, because we didn't do that with Franco. Like we don't have a cute picture of him in the little plastic bassinet.
We do. iPhone pictures.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like not intentional, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm also scared, babe. I haven't told you, but I feel like
you are?
Yeah,
Why?
well, I've told you this saying all the time when I'm driving and I'm going like speed limit, and I'll be like, the older I get, the more of a wussy I become. I could not picture going 80 down the streets anymore like I used to in my fast cars when I was 16 years old. Like I can't with Franco, even this 2-year difference of like, I guess it's because I didn't know what to expect, and it came out super smooth. I just when the other day when you were like, babe, it's time, call your mom, tell her to, you know, come pick up Franco or come sleep with him, and then let's go. And then I was like, no, babe, like tell her that you can't, because I was low key shitting bricks. I know that when the time comes and I know it's the time, I'll go into dad mode, you know. But yeah, I'm nervous because I'm a realist, right? So I always prepare for the worst. Whereas Blanca's like, it's okay, you know, it's going to be, but I'm like, it might not be as smooth. You know, Franco came in 2 hours. We might be there
for 10.
Blanca has friends where they've told her she's been there for 30, they've been there 3 days, and the baby almost this, they almost that, you know? So I always like to prepare just for, but this time I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think the day that we actually had the scare, it was because we had been doing so much that day that my body was literally yelling at me like, girl, chill the fuck out. But that day I started getting scared. Like, I remember with Franco's, I was scared. I was like, whatever, this is kind of scary. But no, and this time it was scary. One, because I was like, she's way too early. Like, she's early term, which is not full term. And, you know, that has a lot to do. And then I was like, what if I am there for 40 hours? What if I do want to get the epidural? What if I just can't handle the pain? And it's just much more scary because now we know what to expect. And although I already went through the pain and I know that it goes by fast, I'm still shitting in my pants. You know, like I used to say, oh, I'm not going to get nervous until it gets here. But no, I'm freaking nervous, girl. And I want to go natural and I want to do all the things. But it's just, it all depends on my body and what it does. Thankfully, this week we have a cervical check. So I'm just praying to God that I'm dilated, because that's usually the biggest thing. Like, if you're not dilated, you can't really move forward with labor. So we're just praying out here, girl. Can I tell them what I asked you to do and you said no?
Babe, you read my mind. And I wanted to say, on top of all this, guys, recently I've been talking to Blanca every morning how I just been getting better sleep. And I didn't know what I could contribute that to being. But then I came to the realization that I think it's because of our new Cozy Earth bed sheets.
We've been having them for a couple of months and our experience has been wonderful because everyone has been getting better sleep. Cozy Earth sheets are made of temperature regulating 100% viscose from bamboo to keep you cool all night long, which is responsibly sourced.
Cozy Earth has been featured on Oprah's Favorite Things for 5 years in a row.
Whether it's for your partner, your friends, or you're treating yourself, Cozy Earth makes a perfect gift for anyone you want to show a little extra love for. Cozy Earth provided an exclusive offer for our listeners today, which is 35% off site-wide when you use the code SPILLTHEBEANS.
That's 35% off site-wide when you use the code SPILLTHEBEANS. On top of all this, that I'm more scared this time, Blanca wants me to
catch her.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm pretty sure. I thought if you ever like put your hand too low, the doctor would be like, hey, like,
don't touch.
You know, you're not a doctor, but apparently you can catch the baby. And Blanca gets a little upset at me because sometimes I'm too raw and too real, and I'm like, babe, I just don't want to see you like that, you know? And she's like, well, you wouldn't love me if you saw it. I was like, no. It's like, the way I told her, I was like, I'm sure all of you guys were in middle school and high school when this was going around, those nautical videos where they would like cut each other's heads off and stuff. And everyone would see that. And I never saw it because I was like, I want to go about my life not having that in my head. Maybe because I'm a very like anxious person. And if I would have watched those videos when I was little, I would probably think about it at least once a week.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
Yeah.
So then I was like, if I see, like that, I was like, I'm probably going to be like, I don't know, like eating wings one day and the meat's going to hit my tongue and I'm going to be like, because right now I was eating my salmon from the meal prep and I was watching like this tiger eating this deer and it gave me asco. So I was like, if I can avoid images like that, like why not?
Yeah. And I, on the other hand, girl, I was searching for those nautical videos. I was like on Twitter, like, where can I see this video without it being blurred? Like I want to, so I was telling John, I was like, dude, if I had the option to catch your baby out of your vagina, I would be doing it right there and then. And it was just, it came into my, I mean, it didn't come into my head. I heard one of my favorite YouTubers say that Marcus caught James and he was like, she was talking about how he was so ready. He put his gloves on and he's like, doctor, like I want to catch him. And so now the YouTuber I watch, her name is Kristen. She's pregnant again with a baby girl. And I think she already had her because she hasn't posted in like 3 days. But yeah, she's like, yeah, he's so excited to like catch her because he already did with James. And I was like, babe, don't you think that would be such a cool experience? No. But that's where Jonathan and I become very different. Then that's when we're like, oh damn, we really are the complete opposite. Because for me, I'm all about experiences like that. And that would be so cool. And I was telling Jonathan, don't you think she'd be like, yeah, well, my dad caught me when I was born.
And
blah,
I was
blah.
like, no one cares.
Jonathan would be like, all her friends would be like, dude, no one cares. So I was like, oh, but it would be a cool story. But I know Jonathan would probably pass out. So.
No, it's like, I have this thing where if people tell me I can't do something or I can't, like you're saying I can't do that because I'll pass out. Mm-hmm. I want to do it. And in life, there's only one thing that no matter what, no matter the amount of money or the experience, I will never skydive. Like that's not on my bucket list whatsoever. So now this thing, I'm debating if it's like the skydive thing or if I could do it. And I know it's not the baby freaks me out. It's just that, just
like seeing it all right there.
Ugh, I get nauseous with a paper cut. Now imagine this cut 1,000 times bigger, so.
Yeah. But I honestly, like, you could ask Finnegan and he'd be like, no, like, you're not going to catch her. It's fine. Like, he could say no.
Like, I cut the umbilical cord.
Oh, honey, everyone does that.
Yeah, but there's some dads that probably like, oh, no, I can't.
Well, there's dads that literally want to pass out when the girl's going through contractions. So it just makes sense. Like, not everybody has a stomach for it. And I don't care about blood. And I would do it. But I do remember when I was pushing Franco out, they're like, oh my gosh, his head's right there. Do you want to feel it? I was like, hell no, my girl.
Yeah, exactly. So why are you talking smack?
And there was also Aspen. I watched her birth vlog and she requested a mirror so she could see what she was doing. And I was like, I could never do that because I would probably pass out from seeing myself. Yeah, so you're not as extreme
as you say you are, babe.
No, but I'm saying if you were the one giving birth, for sure I would catch it. But since it's me and like my body, like I didn't even look at my vagina after I gave birth because people are like, don't do it because it's so scary. I didn't do it because I was too scared, Okay,
babe, let's change topics. Just because I just ate and
you're gonna throw up.
Yeah, but guys, now that I said meal prep, I kind of wanted to also go into the like how we're preparing much better. Like when I had Franco and up until before, that's when I was like my down baddest, I was very overweight. I just looked like shit. My haircut did not match me whatsoever. If you guys remember my curly hair stage, plus being super overweight and just, I was a mess, guys. So now I'm like, okay, I know my gym time for the first couple weeks or days might be sometimes, not even because it's so busy, maybe because I'm just going to be so infatuated with her and with helping my wife that I'm not going to want to go. But I already prepared for that. I already contacted this meal prep company. So I have my meal preps in the fridge. And like, if I can't work out, at least I'm going to force myself to eat right so I don't gain that dad weight,
And I also think that it's nice now because we have Franco and because Franco, it's a given he's gonna wake up early. So Jonathan's still, I'm like, babe, you can still stick to your routine because I know if Jonathan doesn't go to the gym in the morning, he is a little gremlin, honestly. I'm not kidding. So
I just don't feel good.
Yeah,
I don't feel good, I don't act good.
Yeah, like he needs a reason to wake up in the morning, and that's his reason is going to the gym, getting a good workout, watching his favorite YouTuber that just uploaded an hour-long video. So I'm like, you have to stick to that routine. And I know, like, I get that he's just wants to be a good husband, and he's like, no, babe, but I want to help you, and I want to take Franco, and it's like, I understand that, but you need to keep your sanity, my boy. Like, I'm gonna thrive being home with both of them. I'm gonna have my mom, thankfully. I'm gonna have a lot of support. So just take our village, use it, and go and do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Because literally they say when you take care of yourself, then you can take care of everybody else around you. So we're just excited because I just remember Franco's newborn phase was it's so foggy. One, because we were both not at our best. I feel like we didn't have a routine, and it was a beautiful experience that could have been 10 times better. I think. So this time we're like, no, like, let's actually prepare and know what we're getting ourselves into, and we're excited. Like, I used to be scared, and now I'm just like, I cannot imagine like having another baby to hold and like cuddle, and it's gonna be a girl, and what is she gonna look like, and is she gonna have hair?
Yeah, like thanks to our compadres having, Penny and their baby, like it has helped a lot with like the baby fever. Like, we can, but even though I'm like now her like padrino and they see me like that and we're close, I'm not going to kiss her, on her face or her hands. So that's what I also crave, like kissing a newborn again, showering her and doing all this stuff,
skin to skin, sleeping with her. And yeah, I like look at Jonathan now and he's thriving in his dad era, guys. Like Franco genuinely loves, like, he genuinely loves you. And, or I guess I would say he genuinely likes you as his dad. Because you can love someone and not like how they are as a person,
Yeah.
So to the point where it kind of makes me sad sometimes, because at night I'll like be there in the room with him, and as soon as Jonathan steps foot in the room, he's like, okay, vete mama, bye. And I'm like, this little boy. So just like to see their relationship as a boy and a dad, or a boy dad, I am so excited to see him as a girl dad. I don't know what the heck is
I don't
in
know.
store.
Maybe she's gonna fill in those spots that Franco doesn't give me, and vice versa to you. Because I was sad last night. I was gonna shower Franco, and I was already in the shower in my underwear waiting for him.
He's
and
like, babe.
I was like, babe, like the water's running. You know, it's wasting water. I was like, where they at? And it was taking forever. And she's like, she comes in and she's like, he didn't want to shower with you. Like, he wanted me to shower him in the tub. And I was like,
with his animals.
I was like, oh, bet. But then I sleep him, you know? So, you know, maybe baby girl will fill in those voids that, like, you know, like maybe they complement each other, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice. I think the way that I can see her coming into our life is like our missing puzzle piece, you know? Because it's like we are so fulfilled with Franco, but to just know and think that we're having a little girl is insane. And I'm so excited. And it's scary because we don't know how to be girl parents, which I'm sure it's not as different as people make it seem, but it is for you when all you know is boy stuff, you know?
And all our families, honestly, like Franco was the first grandson, first nephew and all that. But this girl, even though she won't be the first, she will be the first girl in a long time. In my family, the next girl after my sister, she just turned 12. So no girls in 12 years for my family. And for yours, it's your sister, right? Which she's going to be 14. So no girls in almost 14 years. So she's still going to be the first. Like, my parents are going to be excited to have like a nieta, and then my her great grandparents also, you know, so. Yeah.
And we're just so excited, guys. And I think that's why we wanted this podcast to be more like just friends catching up too, you know. I started watching a podcast, it's Kristen's, my favorite YouTuber, and she has a podcast with her best friend, and I was listening to them and I'm like, this isn't juicy, this isn't like drama, this isn't chisme.
Informative.
Yeah, they're just talking about their week. Yeah. And I'm there having a blast, like just listening to her talking about her chickens that they have, you know. Yeah. So I'm like,
I just realized that, like, right before you said that, when I finished my sentence, I was like, damn, we're talking about ourselves a lot.
Yeah, but
we're not giving, like, I don't know, we're used to like helping, you know?
And that's what I wanted this podcast to be, because when I watch my favorite YouTubers, I'm like, I just want to know more about their day-to-day life. I want to know what they're thinking, especially if they're going through what I'm going through, what she is, because she's pregnant with a baby girl and she already has a boy, you know. So we want to give you guys that and just make you feel like the close friends that you guys are to us, and just give you a little more insight into our life, because sometimes we don't talk about the things that we think about. And especially you, babe, I feel like if you didn't tell me you were feeling a little scared, I wouldn't have, because I didn't
want to tell you. But now that you told me,
that's very, it's very vulnerable of you, because
as a man, I have to be, you know, strong and like, but yeah. I feel comfortable telling you because I will be strong that day, you know.
I know you work well under pressure. Yeah. But it's nice to know that it's like, oh, I see him as a strong person, but I'm glad that you do have a little bit of fear, you know. But it's exciting, guys. We're just waiting for Jonathan's grandma to call, honestly, because that's going to be my telltale sign. Yeah.
My grandma's actually going to be here. She gets here the 7th. So whether she's here for like the actual delivery or just to like hold her, she's going to be here to see her tataranieta.
Yeah, and it's crazy because your grandma got to meet Franco when he was a baby too.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be just amazing. Everything's looking up, guys. We have so much coming to you, and it's exciting because after this little tiny break that we take, we're coming at you full force,
guys, with a lot. Like, I'm stressed right now, but it's like the good stress. The other day I walked into the house and I feel like I've been having like this blank stare sometimes because of all the work I have, even though I don't post on Instagram. But her uncle was here chilling in the kitchen. He's like, ¿Estás estresado, verdad? And I was like, you know what? Like, I am. Pero le dije, del buen estrés, like, es bueno estar like ocupado por esto, you know? Yeah. So after like you have the baby, we have so many important news, so much merch regarding like Vibin. Your merch is coming out.
Shh, babe, don't tell.
And then Spill the Beans merch is coming, and just so many nice things, guys. And just
we have a few announcements that are going to be insane for you guys. And I don't know. I'm very excited. Like it's so exciting that with this new chapter in our life it's bringing a lot of abundance and joy into your guys' life too. And you guys are going to get to see it all. And thankfully we have a podcast where we can go into deep details about everything that's happening.
Yeah, because I try to talk on J&J, guys, and Blanca's like, babe, I'm gonna edit this out. Like, I just talk sometimes a lot, and it makes the videos more longer than they have to be, So I was like, that's why we have a podcast. Like, yeah, we'll just update them.
That's what we always say, that you guys are like our close knit group of friends, because on J&J it's like entertainment and funny and laughing, and here it's like, oh shit, like this is what's actually going on, So you guys are very special to us. Yeah,
guys. But without further ado, this might have been like a shorter podcast, but we're just scrambling, guys. We got things to do. I'm sure you do too. Maybe you made it to work safely and school. So échenle ganas, guys. We're already halfway through the second semester. If you're in school, it's starting to, the days are getting longer, it's getting hotter, and it's just the vibes are coming back, guys. The spring summer vibes are coming. Carne asadas, jaripeos, whatever you're into. Yep. So this seasonal depression is slowly coming to an end, guys. I can feel it. I walk outside, I'm not as cold. The days I'm like, oh, it's 5:30, it's not pitch black outside, So hopefully for those that struggle with seasonal depression just as Blanca and I do, just a few more days probably and we're out of this rut.
A few more weeks, no? It's like March 21st when spring starts, the time changes. Yeah. All my TikToks right now are like, I can feel spring defrosting. Like, same, girl. It's looking up for us, except sometimes we have snow days. So yeah,
that's okay. It melts the next day.
Hopefully. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys are having a good day, a good week, or that you had a good week. And since it's our last episode for a little bit, for a week or two, let's do a giveaway, honey.
We'll miss you guys. Let's do $100. Comment down below. It's your turn, babe.
Comment down below green emojis, whatever your comment, but add green emojis for the screen set. That has been amazing. Also, if you guys follow us on TikTok, well, if you follow me on TikTok, I upload every single day without a doubt, and I've been giving away things here and there. I gave away a Dyson the other day. I gave away $100 yesterday for someone that's about to give birth to go get her nails done. So follow me on TikTok, because I throw random giveaways and I don't announce them. I'm like, oh, in this TikTok I'm gonna give away. No, I go off the comments, and if someone's like, oh, blah blah blah, I'm like, oh girl, send me your PayPal, So follow us there. Follow Jonathan. Make him a little TikToker, because he posted his first TikTok yesterday in a long time.
Guys, and let's see how supportive and how strong the Spill the Beans fam is. I'm gonna give you guys a special code for Vibin, exclusive right here. Since it's the first day of March, this is Friday. Just type in discount code 20% off using the code March. That's all you have to do.
Okay, 20%
and we'll
off.
See,
code
because
March.
there it's going to say who used March, and we'll see how strong the Spill the Beans fam is. And yeah, guys, remember 20% out of all proceedings, is that a word?
I think so.
Goes towards providing free therapy, guys. We have so much content for you that I just haven't gotten around to edit. So many beautiful testimonies, just stories. And honestly, guys, Vibin is doing great things, all thanks to you guys.
So thank you so much for supporting us in every way that you do. And without further ado, that's it. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
I was going to say next week.
But no.
But no, guys. We'll see you when we see you.
All right.
Later.
Yay Networks.